Hey guys, this is Lance from the MTG Lance channel. This is a bit of a different type of video I'm going to do today, but it's not talking about synergy exactly. But I was posed a question by a newer player, which is one of my subscribers, I believe. What makes a make a good card or strong card, and all that stuff? Like, what makes it powerful? What does make it strong? You guys know what I mean. Like, what makes it good? What makes this card so amazing people want to run it four of in a deck? Ooh, I forgot one card actually. We're gonna go thought. Fuzzies. I'll put that over there. First, we're gonna actually talk about standard and why these cards are so great in standard, and why I think cards and just these cards in general. I'm just gonna show them real quick, and why certain cards are stronger than others. And a good amount of deal with it is called synergy. The amount of synergy in a deck is based on the overall network of card interaction within all parts of the deck. Some synergy may be connected to the deck's mana curve, where the turn to drop certain cards adds to the overall synergy. It may be obvious at the play of a Goblin before you play Goblin Grenade, but sometimes cards have to be cast at a certain order. The more strict such a play order becomes, the more synergy will be lost in the process. The ultimate goal of synergy is to cast cards at any time in any order, but still get a bonus from other cards interacting with those cards being cast. This sort of synergy will naturally be more beneficial with the use of permanents. What this is saying, if you do not understand, is synergy is a thing that if I do this, I'm going to get synergy or a bonus from other cards interacting with cards. A good example of this is, you haven't looked at these. These are cards from Gatecrash. Look up the Evolve mechanic and what it does whenever a creature enters the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And the synergy in my Simic deck, if you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link or something like that, is very synergy. It just, oh, if I play this, this happens. And I mean, some in cases you want to play something over something because you're going to get more bonuses. But some decks just have so much synergy, it's like, if I play this or this in any order, I'm still going to get bonuses, but one bonus is going to be stronger than the other. What it's talking about, the synergy will be lost in the process, because the more strict such a play order becomes, the more synergy will be lost in the process. What it means, if you have to do more and more things in certain ways, the synergy of the deck becomes lower and lower. Synergy is a great thing in Magic. It's a keyword that you guys want to know about and hear as a new player. Decks that are like combo decks or synergetic decks are usually the best, or decks that have certain goals, like first turn this happens, second turn this happens, third turn this happens. But they also have stuff to deal with, stuff that happens in between that. So the synergy of the deck comes very good. Like mono blue becomes very good because Cloudfin Raptor is a first turn, and the thing just evolves, so you get bonuses. Thassa, God of the Sea, you're just evolving Aetherling, it's protecting itself and doing other stuff. And if you have Blink, which is an older type of thing, which is it comes back to your hand and back on the battlefield, and there's other effects that when other creatures do, it gets bonuses. So the whole point of this is, what I think a good card is what it does. First off, its mana cost and its synergy in different decks. Some cards could be amazing, but if you're playing a mono white deck and you have a Thoughtseize in there, it's not gonna work. You have a black in a white deck. It has to work with the deck it's in. I'm gonna move this over real quick and move this over real quick. We're also gonna talk about modern cards down over here. Tarmogoyf, as you see, is one of them. Starting off with Hero's Downfall. It's a 3-cost, kind of like Dreadbore. And if you don't know what Dreadbore is, it is the same thing, short target creature, Planeswalker, but it is 1 black and 1 red. The only thing is, it's a sorcery. The reason why this is more synergetic than that is it works in the mono black deck, and they don't have to splash red, and it's at instant speed. So they play a Planeswalker, you can instantly do that. You don't have to wait until your turn, or you can do something at the end of your turn. Like they have a big creature, but they can't attack with it just yet, and you want to wait until they tap out and do other stuff. You can do it instantly instead of waiting on your turn and using your mana to be wasted instead of being able to play something else. So yes, it costs 3 to play and 2 black, but it's more synergetic with the mono black deck because it just costs black. The destroy target creature or planeswalker, the removal of this is so amazing. You're getting rid of a creature or a planeswalker. The real thing with this is, yes, they have a very dangerous creature. You can get rid of the creature. That's not what's so great about it. This is not why it's so rare. The reason why it's rare is it's also a planeswalker, guys, and instant speed at that. A planeswalker has things called loyalty counters, if you don't know. And if it gets rid of just the entire thing, it's crazy, guys. It just gets rid of it. So this is why this is a very good, powerful card. So the question was, what do I think makes a powerful card? And I think it's synergy and the way it is used. Thoughtseize works. You just get card advantage your first turn. You see their entire hand, so you know what they're gonna play. Not card advantage, but you know what they're gonna play, and you can discard the one thing they need. Let's say they have like mana and then one creature, one spell to stall. You can just get rid of it, even though you lose 2 life. It's 2 life early turn, so it's not that big of a problem. Elizabeth Sun Champion. Why is this card so good? Because it's a planeswalker first off, and usually planeswalkers are somewhere from great, okay, to bad. The reason why this one is great is because it's +1. Put 3/1/1 white soldier creature tokens on the battlefield. And this has been said about all planeswalkers, I'm pretty sure, is if a planeswalker can protect itself, it's good. This thing puts 3/1/1 counters to block. 3, not just 1. 3, guys. So it protects itself. Moving on to thoughts I got out of the sea. I know this is a 6-minute video, but I really wanted to talk about this, and thank you for bringing this up. 3-drop for 5/5. It's crazy. Even though your devotion needs to be 5 or more, there's a third turn Night Veil Spectre just waiting for you. And it's indestructible, so it's not going to be destroyed. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. So that means you're about to draw, but you look at the card, and if you want it, you draw it. And if you don't, you put it at the bottom of the deck, and you draw. Target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Can get Night Veil Spectre and other cards in for greater damage. It's very good, but I usually see it becoming a 5/5 creature and swinging, and the upkeep scry ability amazingly. The reason why Aetherling's amazing card, even though it's a 6 for 4/5, it could become a 8/1, I believe. And if you have that and become unblockable, guys, so an 8/1 unblockable, and it's like, okay, I'll shock it for 2. I have 1 red mana, blue mana out. Guess what? It's gone, and then at the end step, it's back. So it's hard to get rid of and die. Actually, you have to like work really hard to get rid of it. So it protects itself and it keeps living. Next, we're moving on to some modern cards. So your older players, you can watch this and take my view. If you're newer, I'll explain this a little bit more in depth for you guys. Gonna go over these really quickly and then go into depth for the newer players. So Dark Crocodile, 1 black, 1 any. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand. You lose life. You can convert in mana cost. It's a 2-drop. It's a 2/1 that lets you get extra card advantage. I'll talk about that later. Tarmogoyf, 1 green, 1 any. Power is equal to the number of card types among graveyards and number +1. So it's something like 1 + 1. Yeah. Lightning Bolt, it's 1 red and then does 3 damage to target creature or player. And then the Shocklands, which come in tapped unless you do 2 damage to yourself, and it can produce 2 colors, usually the guilds. Next, fetch lands. You pay 1 life, you tap it, and you search for a base, a forest or certain ones for certain things. So you more newer players, this is going to be a longer video for you. The reason why Dark Crocodile is so powerful and a very, very expensive card, guys, is because what happens is you play very low cost decks, except maybe a few creatures to get in there, and usually goes into like a Golgari deck or a control deck of some sort. What this does is you get 2 cards per turn. And if it's a land card, guess what? You just get it. You just get an extra land. So you're going to draw 2 cards a turn pretty much for a low cost of a few life. So that's why that's amazing. And it's a 2/1, yeah, but still, you're not going to be attacking with it. Tarmogoyf, why is this so good? You can play it on turn 2, and if you have nothing in any graveyards, guess what? It's a 0/1. It still lives. It doesn't die. But the thing is, it's any card type. So instant, sorcery, planeswalker, creature, enchantment, tribals, artifacts. It can become huge essentially for 2 mana. I've never seen it get to a 7/8. I've seen it get to a 6/7 before, but that's high as I've ever seen it get. But this card can get huge. What doesn't grow dies, and what dies grows the Tarmogoyf. That is like the best flavor text ever, in my opinion. 1 red and 3 damage. If you notice in the newer cards for you newer players, Lightning Strike does something similar, but it's 2. You know why it's 2? Is because this is so good. 1 for 3 is very good. compared to 1 for 2. Well, 2 for 3, you know what I mean. The thing is when you're doing 1, it's a lot quicker to kill creatures and enemies. And I mean, if they have drop a big threat right off the get-go, somehow, you just burn it for 3, or it's just early good removal that gets rid of a lot of stuff that's a problem early on. Next are Shocklands. The reason why these are good is because you can it's like a guild gate, essentially. You know what? But guild gates are terrible. The reason why guild gates are terrible is, yes, you get the both mana, so that you kind of get a bonus out of that. But the thing is if you really need the mana, you or one or the other, you can pretty much get. Oh, I need 3 black. Okay, go Gary, Overgrown Tomb, and guess what? I'll pay the extra 2 life. It's only 2 life, and I'll be able to go from there. The thing is these cards let you do options. They let you do things that you need to do, and just let you, even though you pay a price, get dual mana and keep them untapped for 2 life when they first come in. So it comes in tapped. Otherwise, it comes in tapped unless you pay 2 life. Is pretty much what it says. If you've checked out some of my other videos, I actually pulled 3 of them in one booster box. Now it's pretty fun. Next is Fetch Lands. These are some older cards. The more known are the Misty Rainforest, the Zendikar Fetch Lands, Misty Rainforest, Verdant Catacombs, and Marsh Flats, Arid Mesa, and Scalding Tarn. These are very expensive cards. Don't go and buy these unless you know what you're doing. And it's a land card, so you'll play it. It's not tapped. Pay 1 life. Search Misty Rainforest. Search your library for a forest or island. Put that onto the battlefield. Like Shocklands, they are 2 types. They're like forest and mountain. And what this lets you do is go find a forest or an island. Since forest, it's in its type. For the Shocklands, you can get it, and it comes in tapped. And what you'll do is like, okay, at the end of your turn, I'll tap it, find this land, comes in tapped, no big deal. On my turn, I will untap it. So you're getting a free land, basically. Basically, what it does is when my Shockland becomes a ordinary land that taps for either or mana. So it's very versatile and very good, and that is why it's a $53 card on average. And this isn't even the expensive one, guys. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to know more of my ideas on what makes a powerful card, let me know in the comments down below, or private message me, and I'll talk to you even more deeply about it, about synergy, mana cost, and all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long and detailed video. So give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and talk to you guys later. Have a good day.